Good morning guys and welcome to the second episode. Today we ride to Kalpa. It's 70 kilometers away and it's a short ride because we've got to go get some permits to enter into the Spiti Valley. So sit back, relax and come along for the ride. So this is the hotel we stayed at last night. It's the Hotel Himalayan Heritage and you can see the beautiful road we came riding down yesterday. The tarmac was absolutely perfect on this stretch, but the support team are getting the covers off the bikes and getting them kitted up for today's ride. So I'm with Alex from the Nomadic Nights, our leader, and today we're only doing 70 kilometers I believe. So why is that?
Well, it's a short day today because we've got to get permits. We're going within the border of China. There's a line called the Inner Line and we cross into that, which we maybe go within about 8 kilometers of the China border.
Okay.
So we need permission to do that. So we go to a place called Reckong Peo. We've got to wait there, go in, get photographs taken. It's a mere formality, but it takes some time. Yeah. So we have to leave time today. And also today, this route can be susceptible to landslides. Right. So
even on a day like this?
Yeah, because there's been a bit of rain. So if it rains, there can be landslides. When it dries out, there can be landslides. Okay. And this is our access into Spiti Valley. So we've got to really crack this part. If we can crack this part, then we're going to be okay. So we just need to have time on our side today. That's
sure. Right, so the bikes are fired up and we're getting ready for today's ride. The temperature is definitely rising though. It's 10 AM and I bet we're going to be into 30 degrees. We're going to be going up to altitudes of about 9,500 today. Luckily we've got the shade on this side of the road. Here we go, the ride to Kalpa. Yeah, it's nice to get back on the bike, get that airflow through the jacket. And as we start gaining some altitude, it should get a little bit cooler. Probably not a lot. Got old Daisy in the road here, look. Just nice and chilled they are. Yeah, there was a cow outside the hotel this morning, and every time I was trying to film a bit of an intro, it kept kind of coming up to me and nudging me, and I walked off and it followed me, and I couldn't shake it off for a minute or two. You have got to swerve around them, but it's always best to kind of go behind the cow if you can, because you know they don't walk backwards. So every morning with the Nomadic Nights we get a briefing. I mean, this valley we're riding through now is just absolutely beautiful, and you know sometimes the road just kind of disappear a little bit and breaks up, but generally, you know, it's been quite nice. This tarmac, this terrain, these sweeping bends have just been non-stop. There's a little bit of sand on some of the corners you perhaps don't need to watch out for, but generally these tyres are holding up really well. I mean, yesterday I was getting on the gas a bit when I could, and the bike was performing so well. So this area we're actually in used to be, many years ago, used to be part of Tibet, and now obviously it belongs to India. So around these parts you start seeing the change in people, as we're only going to be about 8 kilometers away from that Chinese-Tibetan border, and already this morning you can see some of the features of people where they do look more Tibetan. But the landscape's still green, you still get a lot of rain in these parts, and also landslides. This area is very prone to landslides. So this short ride, you know, you can't say, oh, it's only 70 kilometers. That 70 kilometers could take you all day, and that's if they allow you to get the permits to go to the next part, because if you have to turn back, it's a long old time on the bike then to get another route. There's not many other options in this part of the world. So one of the things we've got to do today is get the permits, get our photos taken by the authorities to go into that inner line, which is heavily manned with the Indian Army. You kind of assume that landslides would happen when it rains, in which they generally do, but they also happen when it's dry as this. They have had a lot of rain over a few days, and it can go at any time, so you've got to be really sort of like aware. And when you're looking up at these cliffs and you see the size of some of these boulders that could come down, they could properly take you out. But as always, these views are absolutely spectacular. I mean, every corner you go round, I mean, just look at that, wow. This rock formation looks amazing too. You just get these beautiful overhangs. And you can see the sign here as well, clearly showing that watch out for rockfall. I mean, you can just see here, look, where some rocks have come down, and look at the size of those. And this one on the left. And the way of life here is just unbelievable. Very calm, very relaxed. You don't see anybody stressed or in a rush. Nobody chasing that bus. There's a much slower pace of life. We'll just check out this waterfall here, look. And we'll get to see plenty of these. I mean, at the minute, I'd just love to take my helmet off and go get my head in that, because it is absolutely baking. There's a bigger one there, just coming down there. Wow, look at that, what a waterfall. Here's one of those security checks I was on about. And Ravi, the support rider on the left, he's already he's waving us through, so he's already done the paperwork for the guys. They give us these. We have to bring kind of multiple copies of our passports and or photocopies, should I say? And we carry a stack of paperwork, extra passport photos and things like that. And it's all for a reason. And you know, these are kind of like the authorities there. We've got to do the check. But luckily, you know, the Nomadic Night support team is what makes this trip the adventure. This is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I rode around here on the 411 a year ago, and you just forget how nice it is. You do get bits like this where you get on a bit of broken road, but these bikes cope very well with it. We're on a bit of off-roading now, guys. It's amazing, you know, you got this bright sunshine, really hot, and then it's a bit slushy. Whoa, we are skidding all over the place. Is the bus going to wait for us? I think so. The adrenaline soon starts pumping. Yeah, we've got to be careful. These are pretty slippy. Got some water, running water, and there we go. Look, back on the tarmac. But then you look at some of them drop-offs when you've not got the barrier. That's when it gets a little bit sketchy. Well, there's a massive waterfall that's coming down off the side of this mountain that just looks absolutely spectacular. Wow. There we go. Everybody's just taken a little stop. Right, think about parking the bike, Simon. We'll park it here. Just check out that for a view. Wow. You've got this beautiful kind of overhang of the cliff where the road just follows round. So we've just stopped here for a bit of a viewpoint, and spectacular it is. I'll just turn the camera around and Alex here can tell us a little bit about this place.
I think one of the main reasons for stopping here, I mean, this is so significant. This is the River Sutlej, and it starts, we're seeing it actually flowing towards us, but it starts up in China, Tibet. It's mostly glacier fed, flows down through India, down into Pakistan and Punjab in India also. And it's really I mean, you see it's full of minerals. I can tell by looking at it right now, there's been a lot of rain higher up. So each day, just hundreds of thousands of tons of minerals come down, and this is what feeds the flat plains of the Punjab. Right. And the Punjab's mostly all farming. The Pakistan Punjab, the Indian Punjab, and it's called the breadbasket of India. Okay. So what's in this water goes down into the soil and basically feeds millions of people, and then flows out into the Arabian Sea, thousands of kilometres away. So it's very significant, and this is really the start of what's called Kinnaur Valley. It's just such a beautiful place. Wow. So we'll ride through this for today and tomorrow before we cross into Spiti Valley.
And this comes all the way down from China, does it?
Yeah, thousands of kilometres. Wow. Yeah, it flows the full length of the river, and it meanders its way down, and you can see also there's little tributaries all the way, so there's lots of other rivers that are feeding it, and it's also dammed further up. Wow. As well. There's big hydroelectric projects. So, and interestingly enough, just one more thing before you disappear, people from this area get free electricity. They provide so much, from the hydro projects.
Maybe we
so
should
much.
Move here.
Yeah. So just remember that, guys, free electricity.
So what do you reckon, guys? We're only a few K into it. That's some great bit of road there.
That was the first real off-road.
It's amazing how it can just change from totally dry, and then next minute you're in a bit of wet mud, and
perfect roads,
and no barrier as well.
Practice for the cliffhanger.
Right, back on our way again. Fantastic viewpoint there. There's some great information from Alex. Now we're parking on like cambers and stuff. If you park it like this, actually the bike is pretty much upright. Yeah, I've just realised I forgot to set the trip this morning. I wonder how many other people have not done it, because if you've not done it before, you won't know how to do it. So we're learning schoolboy errors, but yeah, must remember to set the trip in the morning. It's got a little joystick on these 450s, and you kind of got to press it to the left and press and hold for about 3 seconds. It normally zeroes it, which can we do that on the fly? Let's have a go. Yeah, so that's just zeroed it. So on this side of the mountain, we've been getting some kind of broken roads. Nothing too technical. There's a little bit of that mud hill we came down, and I'm guessing the bikes are backing up a little bit now. So is there a little bit more around here? Well, there's a bit of a water crossing, but I hope I didn't just splash Doug there, because the water did come up a little bit. Yeah, some of them are a little bit kind of deceiving. You think you're going through a puddle that's about 6 inch and ends up being about 1.5 foot. So we've just pulled over just around the corner. You know, there's so many places to stop and things to see, and we've got all these prayer flags that you generally do find attached to these bridges, and all these colours represent something of significance. But yeah, this bit of river looks a little bit drier, but it's probably just fed off some of the waterfalls coming off the mountain there. Stood on this bridge and it is bouncing. It feels a little bit unsafe. I've never known something to move like that before. Yeah, one of the things is when you're riding around these mountains is you kind of need need a shorter day sometimes because you want to take that many sort of photographs and things, and like I said, every corner you turn, it's just spectacular. And like I said, when I rode around here on the 411, you just, every gear you had to kind of wring its neck to get it moving when you're going up on these kind of inclines. But with this one, even in the higher gears, it's still got a nice amount of torque. That third and fourth gear on this bike is beautiful. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare when you get stuck behind one or two of these trucks. They're kind of churning out that much black smoke, you end up kind of chewing on it. Wind when you come around the corner. It's just like one gust of wind kind of stood me up on the bike a little bit. Holy moly. Hold on. Cows in the road. We can't hit the cows. That's like a life sentence. Yeah, there's a nice bit of road back there that's gave me the opportunity just to get on the throttle and open it up, and then you know you get along this stretch here and it just kind of disappears again. Yeah, I just wanted to stop just to show you this river, how fast that's coming down there. Wow, you want to be falling in there. This is what they call the flush tunnel. I was just looking at my bike, how dirty it is. I mean,
Beautiful, beautiful.
and we got Mark's bike over here. Look how he keeps his bike lovely and clean. Oh yeah, let's carry on across the bridge. This old iron bridge here. It's only kind of suitable for one vehicle. Wow, you can feel the wind as you come across. And here's it from the other side. Let's have a quick jump off again. Yeah, wow. Look at that. That's pretty fierce. Yeah, it's so warm you don't want to be stopping for too long. What temperature we're at? We're at 34 degrees at the minute. Just going to sneak in before that truck. So you can start to see all the army personnel. And this to the right here is an army base. Right, yeah, I could just see Alex down here now, so the guys have stopped. I think it's time for some chai. So we're going to get some food. It's got a vegetable tally. So in the kitchen here, they're making the veg tally. This guy's on the onions.
Just get a drink of water out of it.
The boys have done well with the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a bit of a kick to it. I don't know what that thing was.
Oh,
there,
that was good.
but,
Did you see the green peppers in there, man? Those little chilies. They were so good.
You get ring stimulated.
yeah.
Oh.
That's the food, guys. Yeah. Nice. Right, we have been fed and watered. And yeah, what great food, absolute fantastic. But yeah, temperature wise, the bike's reading 35 degrees. We need to get moving. Right, so we've just turned into a car park, and this is where we're going to go get our permits, so we can access kind of like the Spiti Valley. So we've just parked the bikes up over there and took a little walk up these stairs where we're just waiting for the office to open so we can go get these permits to enter into the other valleys. And some of the guys I've just found this English wine and beer shop. It's got bars on the windows, but I don't know what sort of wine is it. Does it look good, guys?
It's red. It's alcohol.
Yeah. Is it English? It says English wine and beer shop. I love the way they, you know, we have our little imprint on society in all countries. You know, we've probably got an Irish bar down the road here somewhere, but. We've got a right mix of shops, like a phone shop. We've got this guy here selling all kind of dried foods, and next door to that we've got somebody selling kind of trainers and things. This is what you kind of find in India, really. There's just so many different shops that are next door to each other. We've got a guy selling some plumbing bits and some appliances, and then we've got a fruit and veg shop. So yeah, these are, you know, busy little towns. So yeah, in this part you get what they call the Kanuri people, the more tribal, and you can see a lot of them wear these kind of green hats. I think I might get one just to kind of blend in a little bit. Now I'm kind of fitting in. The best thing to do is just to blend in with the locals, because if you're not careful you'll tend to get ripped off being a tourist in these places. So now they just won't know the difference. So we've got the permits. To be honest, that was dead quick. They'd shut down for lunch for half an hour, so it just gave me time to buy my hat. But yeah, we're all done for here. Sometimes this can take a lot longer, and that's one of the reasons we have a shorter day today, but we were the only ones there. So let's get back on the bikes and head to the hotel. Wow, I mean, look at that. There's no barriers on this bit, but there's just a sheer drop. When you look over the edge, it does make your stomach turn a little bit. Whoa. I don't know what height we're at the minute, but that's a long way down. Well, I'm guessing in the winter these roads were probably like inaccessible. So here we are, guys, the Hotel Kinavilla. Well, a bit of a sharp turn to get in. Look at how steep this is just to get into the hotel. Yeah, and here we are, guys. mean, look at these guys here, they just carry these bags like it's nothing. You know, some of these bags are weighing 25, mine's 32 kilos, and he's carrying 2 at a time. And not just these 2, he's carried everybody else's. At kind of about 9,500 feet. These lads are absolute machines. Give you a little glance into the rooms. So yeah, this is my digs for the night. A nice double bed. I don't think there's any aircon. I've got a kind of TV from about the 1980s. But you know, you got tea, coffee. It's actually a lot cooler as well. It'll be a bit cooler tonight. I'll just go out and show you a little view off the balcony as well. You sometimes get people ask in the comments when we go on these adventures to show you what the rooms look like and show you what we eat and what we drink, and yeah, I think it's all important, not just about the riding, about the place and the people. Now check that out for a view. So guys, we have arrived at Kalpa. What a great day, what a fantastic ride. The views were spectacular, and we've got the guys in the background there that are now having a beer, and they're well deserved. I mean, it's been a hot day today as well. Down here, we've got the boys, the support team are just giving the bikes a jet wash down. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one.